2 minutes in, Alex Young has the only bucket of the game. Nobles trying to answer his three, and he does. By Pettiford, here's Nobles down the middle of the court. And he'll now get a look at a deep three. What a start for IUPUI. They have hit their first 3 shots, all of them behind the arc. Tremendous length with their arms. Look at the way that Alex can spread out, and then John picks you up as you come out on the wing. That's Nakwasah with the basketball. Avery's hands gets the steal. Nobles, it's good. Boy, what a start right now for IUPUI.
Trying to work the ball around, but IUPUI is just so active right now on the defensive end. It's making it difficult for them to even get good passes off.
Down low to Avery, count the bucket, and he continues the hot roll that he was on Thursday over to today's basketball game.
I'm going to say Esposito stays.
Really?
Esposito stays.
Down low to Avery off the glass, and it's good. Boy, neither one of us picked John Avery to be the man that stays. He has 5 points. Centenary calls already their second timeout. He averages almost 19 a game. To the paint, the pass to Avery. Nice look by Alex Young and the finish by Avery. And there is a turnover. Rarely do you see teams able to do that. Game clock's at 4. Nobles, quick off balance. 3 is good. Well, he caught that. It almost looked like he was fading back. Puts it up, and what a first half for Leroy Nobles. 13 points and a huge 3 at the horn.
Well, again, IUPUI just needs to try to figure out a way to get into a little bit of rhythm offensively. They're standing around a little bit. Good shot there by Alex, though, and he's going to stay aggressive on that three-point shot.
IUPUI looking to improve to 6-1 in the conference. Alex Young is unconscious. Absolutely unconscious. Would put the visitors away, but each time they have clawed all the way back in. Centenary, over a 9-minute stretch in the first half, erased an 18-point deficit, and Rob Glenn has his first field goal of the game and a chance at a 3-point play. Back courtside, IUPUI is the winner. Head coach Ron Hunter, 101st conference win, 74-58 is the final. Team built a huge lead in that first half and give Centenary a lot of credit for coming back. The huge moment that Jared talked about going into half, Centenary has the ball, a chance to take the lead. Turnover, and then Leroy, who had a great first half, finishes it off with a big shot. That's a good momentum move for your team at the end of the first half.
Yeah, it was. I was disappointed because on this homestand, we've had 2 big leads. We had the Oral Roberts game where we were up 20, and we take it overtime. We come back again at home. We get the big lead twice and gave it back really both times. And so not happy on how we're giving up leads, and that's something that we've got to address. But, at the end of the day, we won 2 games that we had to win at home. I thought Alex Young played well today. But at the end of the day, all we did was hold serve. And I thought our defense was good, really in both games. But, again, we just got to get to the point when this team plays 40 minutes, I don't believe there's anybody that can guard us. We got to do a better job of taking care of the ball, and our rebounding is getting a little suspect right now. But we just got to keep getting better. It's a work in progress. But, again, I keep telling these guys, when they put it all together, we're going to be really good. And maybe they're saving it for late in February. But right now we got to be able to hold leads and put teams away.
Well, Coach, exactly. The first 7 to 8 minutes of the basketball game, they look like a team on a mission, scoring 25 points, the first 8 minutes of the first half. And then it's like they went to sleep, and that's when Centenary came back in the ball game. And you're going to take a conference win anytime you can get it, so you can put that away. But there's plenty of things I bet you're going to look at tape and say, why did we turn the basketball over here? We weren't getting pressured. There were some things there that I know that you didn't like, and we could tell by some of the things you were saying on the sideline. A win is a win. But when you go on this road trip here, you got to find a way to get 1, and if not 2, to hold serve against Oakland. What are you looking for in the upcoming practices here when you look at the film? What are some of the things that you want to change?
Well, mental toughness is the first thing, and that's not something, we can do, but we got to be mentally tough when we're ahead. When we're down, we fight like crazy, like the Oakland game. We'll fight back and get there. But we got to learn to play with big leads, and that's a mental toughness thing. You got to quit worrying about the clock, and you got to turn it up instead of saying, whew, well, we got the lead, let's coach now. And that's where that's got to be the change, and that's got to come from our leadership a little bit. And so our seniors have got to be able to say that's not going to happen. But, again, that's experience, and that's doing those things. But that's what we got to be able to do. We got to be able to hold leads now.
We saw Greg Rice last couple of games, played a little bit like a freshman and like he did in the other games, and you're seeing John Ashworth really start to run that point again like he did earlier, trying to go away from his shot.
Right.
How in the offense do we get John, Billy Pettiford, and Rob really didn't have a field goal until late. He had 3 starters, that only had one bucket made in that basketball game. How do you change that?
Well, I think this is the first time all year somebody's starting to zone. And they zoned us early, and that takes Rob's. So now Leroy and Alex are going to get the shots because it's a zone. And so it took away from Rob. We try to run stuff for Rob because we know mentally we need to get him going. When he gets a hot start, then he's going to have a great game. If not, he'll have a game like this. But that's what a zone will do. A zone will neutralize Rob because we can't get the ball to him. We tried early, take a possession, and Ashworth threw it away. And so then it doesn't get it. So then he doesn't get in the flow, and it's hard to kind of get him. Then he misses free throw because mentally he can't just stay with it. But we got to do a better job of making sure we get him the ball inside early.
6-1 now in the conference. That's a great start. And you knew the way the schedule was, front-loaded with so many home games. This is the start you wanted you guys to get off to, and things are going right according to plan.
Well, we had to do that. And now what we got to do is that we hope that we took enough confidence that we can go on the road and win. And that's what we got to do now.
Good luck in Southern Utah and UMKC.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you there.
Thanks, Coach.
Ron Hunter, victorious coach. IUPUI wins it. The final score, 74-58.